You just witnessed the greatest fight in the history of boxing. Back in a war. He's dropped down. One Manuel Marquez has done it.
Madison Square Garden for Top Rank Boxing. It is Mikaela Mayer trying to win the WBA welterweight title against the champion Sandy Ryan. Xander has him in trouble here. He's on the attack. Devastating power, Brooklyn-born.
Good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen. This is Boxing. This is Top Rank, presented by Hall of Fame boxing promoter Mr. Bob Arum. There it is, the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. Nothing better than fight week here in New York City, and man, do we have a good one. 10 rounds for the WBO welterweight championship of the world. Sandy Ryan puts her title on the line as she takes on Mikaela Mayer. Welcome inside. I just mentioned it. It's the world's most famous arena, Madison Square Garden. Mark Chinook alongside Christina Poncher this week. Thank you so much for joining me.
Absolutely. So happy to be here alongside you. It's a good one.
Listen, we've got a stacked card. Let's get into it for a little bit before we bring him out. Bruce Shu Shu Carrington.
Yeah, I'm excited to see Bruce Shu Shu Carrington. It's Shu York City. Whenever he is in the building, he brings the crowd, he brings the energy, and he brings exciting performances. He's matched tough, though, against Sulaiman Segawa, who came in off his last fight, upset-minded, and the underdog, as we'll talk more about later in the press conference, getting that big win over Ruben Villa. So it should be an excellent fight to open the show on ESPN on Friday night.
Our co-feature, Puerto Rican sensation Xander Zayas. We saw him in the ring not too long ago. He's back right here outside the theater at the Garden. What should we expect from Xander?
I think Xander and Shu Shu might have a little battle about the king of this building, or who's the future king of this building, because Xander Zayas also puts on great performances here, looking to back it up once again against Damian Sosa. And anytime you have a Mexican versus a Puerto Rican, particularly in New York City, you know the crowd's going to be into it. It's going to be an excellent come-forward battle between these two, and an excellent fight to set the stage for our main event.
And I know you're excited about our main event. It's why you're here with me this week. The women throwing it all out there on social. We've been talking about it for weeks now. Here we are, fight week, main event.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, the ladies are taking center stage here this week in New York City, and rightfully so. Both of these women, spectacular pound-for-pound talents in women's boxing, starting with Mikaela Mayer, the challenger this week. 2-2 in her last 4, second fight up at welterweight, looking to get back in the win column and looking to become a 2-division world champion in a place that she's very happy to be fighting back in the United States.
Listen, there was a lot of back and forth online with the camps and things. Normally we don't discuss the camp in detail and trainers and who's repping who, but that came into play on social, and you're going to talk to them about that later on when you sit with them.
Absolutely will. And for Sandy Ryan, you know, I think that she wants to walk away here in New York City better than she fared last time she was here in the United States, coming out with the unfortunate end of a draw in a fight that many people, including myself, thought that she won. She's the champion. She's got her team behind her. She's got a ton of ammo coming into this fight. She hasn't been one to really engage too much in the back and forth on social media, but today is her opportunity to be face-to-face with Mikaela Mayer for the first time since the fight was announced. And I'm looking forward to kind of just stepping back out of the way and letting these two ladies do what they do and get ready to set the stage for fight night.
Listen, fight week in New York City, there's nothing better. The weather is absolutely perfect outside. Christina, I'm so grateful you're with me this week. When we see you again, you're going to be sitting down with our main event. Thank you for being here.
Absolutely. I'm looking forward to it.
Great. Listen, before we bring out the fighters and get to our press conference, from the incredible team at Top Rank Boxing, this is 2 years in the making. It's a boxing all-access show that you've never seen before. We need you to check out right now a clip from The Fight Life, which is coming October 7th to ESPN+.
When done right, boxing is the best sport in the world.
But boxing's the wild west of sport.
It's a gypsy king. I'm coming for his heart. We gotta eat.
The wait is over.
This is boxing. This is Top Rank.
I have shame when I say I'm a promoter. It's like the bad word, the evil empire. That bothers me.
This isn't a normal world. You're dealing with guys that get punched in the face for a living.
This is the main event.
His heart's beating out of his body. I'm in his mind.
Then we saved the fight.
I hated the fight because I hated the style.
Yeah.
If I were to lose this fight, I probably wouldn't fight again.
All right, that was a promo on The Fight Life. 2 years in the making. The incredible team from Top Rank Boxing putting that together. It's a behind-the-scenes look that, new approach. The Top Rank team, again, doing such great work. We're excited to have that premiere on October 7th on ESPN+. Listen, we had another thing from the PR desk. Puerto Rican amateur standout, Juanmita Lopez de Jesus. He's a 2024 Olympian. Recently signed a long-term professional contract promotional contract with Top Rank, and he will make his pro debut at junior bantamweight in early 2025. So they just threw this one at me. Get out here. Gardy, come with him, please. Round of applause for Juanmita Lopez de Jesus. Let's grab a microphone here. This is Mike 6. Take that, Gardy. Come on out with me. How excited are you to now have this behind you, long-term promotional contract with Top Rank?
It's great. It's my dream. So and now it came true. So we're going to be proud for Puerto Rico and do the things like they want me to do.
Listen, Xander's on our card. Obviously, big Puerto Rican sensation, standout. Big things in the works for him. How do you feel to be following right in his footsteps? He's on our card this week.
Yeah, it's great. He signed with Top Rank very young, and I want to be like him and have my way like they do with Xander. So we're going to be the next.
I'm thrilled that you're here. Listen, I want to read a quote because I like to read quotes. This is from Bob Arum, chairman, Top Rank. Juan Manuel Lopez is one of Puerto Rico's great champions, and it brings me great pleasure to welcome Juanmita to the Top Rank family. Juanmita is an exceptional talent, someone we feel will excel in the ring, and like his father, bring many championships to the great fighting nation of Puerto Rico. When you hear Bob Arum speak of you that way, how does it make you feel?
It's great. Bob made my father a champion, and I know they're going to make me a champion too.
Listen, thank you for spending a few minutes with us today. Congratulations on the signing. Gardy, I didn't need you at all. Thanks for being with us. Listen, behind the scenes at Top Rank absolutely slammed today. I woke up to 30 emails. One more announcement before we get to this press conference. Tickets are now on sale for the WBO Intercontinental Lightweight title between Keyshawn Davis and Gustavo Lemos, taking place November 8th in Norfolk, Virginia at the Scope Arena. Tickets are now on sale, but listen to this card. Brian Norman Jr. will also be defending his WBO welterweight title against Derek Cuevas, and Kelvin and Keon, the brothers, will also be on the card. Also on the card, Abdullah Mason and Troy Isley. Norfolk, Virginia, November 8th. That card is stacked. Tickets went on sale today. So do not wait. Get your tickets now. Let's bring up our fighters and let's get this press conference underway. Joining me, please welcome junior middleweight prospect Vito Melnicki, junior welterweight prospect Tiger Johnson. Kicking off our ESPN card, 10 rounds for the WBC Silver, NABF WBO International titles, Bruce Carrington, Sulaiman Segawa. And in our co-feature, 10 rounds for the NABF and NABO Junior Middleweight titles, Xander Zayas and Damian Sosa. All right, I can take a breather. We can get into it. Gentlemen, thank you for spending time with us this afternoon. Vito, I'm going to start down there with you, brother. It's great to see you again.
You too.
Theater at Madison Square Garden. We get to play here this week. Being from Jersey across the way, how excited are you to be back in this building?
Yeah, well, first and foremost, I want to thank God for this opportunity. Nothing's possible without him. I want to thank my team, Top Rank, for giving me another great opportunity on this great platform. My advisor, Al Heyman, for everything he continues to do for me. But just being from Jersey, me and my dad came here to the fight, Miguel Cotto versus Austin Trout. We were here, and I told my dad, I said, I'm going to be here one day. I'm going to fight here one day. And to be here, to be a part of this event, it's truly a blessing. And to be from Jersey, come right across the bridge. We'll have a bunch of people here, too. So it's going to be a great atmosphere and going to put on a great performance Friday night.
It's always great running into your father fight week, too. You can see how proud he is of you, so congratulations, first and foremost. Last time we saw you in the ring, your opponent's corner came into the ring, automatic DQ, clearly took away a KO from you, but that's okay. Everybody watching knew.
Still upset about that, too.
Yeah, don't be upset. Let it go. I'm upset about it. I wanted to introduce a knockout for you. Instead, I had to say the guy jumped in and it was a DQ. Nobody wants that. Regardless, man, you fought just under 2 rounds last time out. You're facing a seasoned fighter this time out on Friday. Did you prepare any differently for this one?
Every fight I prepare the same, like it's championship level fight. Whoever's in there, one shot could change the fight any night. You could be against a guy 0-30. It doesn't matter who it is. One shot could change the fight. And every fight I take the same train, proper preparation prevents poor performance. So we came in fully prepared. I had a great camp. Coach Ronnie Shields, Coach Anthony Carr down in Houston. We put in great work, had great sparring, and we're ready to go Friday night.
You're riding an 11-win streak, 11-fight win streak. Your only loss was back in 2021. Without looking past Friday, and please listen to this question, guys, because, you know, it comes up all the time in boxing, right? But without looking past this week, our co-feature sitting right here, you guys are clearly in the same division. Where do you see yourself moving along in this division, in the sport?
I mean, yeah, obviously, right now, true professionals, we focus on what's in front of me, and that's all I'm worried about is Friday night. Whatever happens after. Whatever happens after that, you know what I mean? I'm ready for whatever, but obviously there's a big fight on the horizon sooner or later. Everybody knows that. Xander and I, we're cool, great friends, roommates in the Olympic Training Center. He knows what it is. It's all love, but at the end of the day, business is business. Whatever happens. We'll see where that goes.
I want to see where that goes. Vito, thanks for spending a few minutes with us. It's always great to be here in your backyard.
Thank you.
I'm going to turn over here to Tiger Johnson, junior welterweight prospect. You're facing Yomar Alamo. The last time, June, we were here at Theater at MSG. You went the distance with Zayna, taking home a unanimous decision. What did you learn from that experience, being in such an iconic building and putting on such a great show? Big fight.
Oh, yeah, you know, I learned a lot. You know, I love fighting in New York, so I'm happy to be back. You know, thanks to Top Rank for bringing me back to New York. You know, thanks to God for bringing me back. You know, all this is impossible without him. So I'm just happy to be back and put on a better performance than my last fight.
I mentioned your opponent, Alamo, big tough fighter from Puerto Rico. Is this your toughest fight on paper today?
Yeah, I think so. And I'm gonna, keep proving why I'm here.
Do you feel pressure every time you get into the ring to put on a bigger and better show, time in and time out, or is it just business as usual for you?
I would say it's just business. You know, I've been having pressure my whole life. So it's nothing. You know what I mean? Ain't nothing I can't handle.
What is it about being signed with Top Rank Boxing that you love so much? There's a great stable of young fighters, and when we see you guys hanging out, not in the ring, it seems as though there's this great dynamic with the Top Rank stable. What is it about the Top Rank stable that you find is a blessing for you and helps you in the ring?
Well, Top Rank, they raised the best stars. You know what I mean? And they did a real good job on signing the new generation. All my friends that I came up with in boxing is all here. Shout out to the whole card. And we're gonna keep putting on a good performance. I feel like it's a blessing. It's a dream come true. Muhammad Ali was signed here, so it's like he's one of my favorite fighters. So that alone is like that's a dream.
Last question. We'll move on to our opponents here. But if you could do anything in the ring Friday night, shock people, put on something, what is it? Because I know you hinted at it your last time out. You're like, I got to do a better job than last time. Without getting into too many details, what do we see from you Friday night that maybe we haven't seen yet?
Me having fun. So
a little bit more fun in the ring.
Yeah, just be having fun.
Less serious. Get loose and throw.
Just having fun. You know, just showing what I worked on in camp.
I'm excited for it, Tiger. It's always a pleasure.
Thank you.
All right, we're moving on to 10 rounds for the NABF, WBO, Intercontinental, IBF, International Featherweight titles. Bruce Shu Shu Carrington, Sulaiman Segawa. We're back in Shu York City. You fired up?
I got 100 guns, 100 clips. I'm from Shu York. Yeah, no, I'm always fired up, man. You know, we're here in the hometown. It's always going to be a great show whenever Shu Shu steps in the ring, and I'm just ready to perform.
I want to bring in your opponent right away. Sulaiman Underdog Segawa from Uganda, living in Maryland. It's great to see you. Listen, you're just coming off the biggest win of your career, clearly holding that strap in front of you. Unanimous decision over the WBC #1 ranked Ruben Villa. How great was that for your confidence moving into this one?
That was awesome. That was good. So I'm looking out to put on another performance. Like the underdog, we always take one round at a time.
I want to talk about your opponent here. You're facing one of the top prospects in the sport. You didn't take too much time off after your last fight. You had 8 weeks in camp. What do you need to do Friday to keep this momentum going in facing Shu Shu Carrington?
I just need to come, show him what I got.
As simple as that?
As simple as that. That's what the underdog does.
Shu Shu, come over to you. Is there anything here on paper, anything that you've seen in the clips that maybe you haven't seen before that makes you go, oh, okay, I'll keep an eye out for that?
To be honest, it's not really on paper because on paper it can be deceiving with his record and whatnot. But what his fighting style is very interesting. I noticed certain things that he brings is different to the table that your average boxer doesn't bring, and that is going to make it for an exciting fight come this Friday.
He can throw, and he throws a lot. He throws a lot of punches. His camp has said that you are overlooking him, calling him a speed bump on my way to a title shot. Are you looking past him?
I've never called him a speed bump my way to a title shot, but I just know what my goals are. But I want him to understand and know that I am fully focused on this fight come this Friday, and just be ready.
Okay, champ. Thank you.
Let's bring you back in because Underdog, the new nickname that you've taken on, spelled D-A-W-G, dog, came from the fact that on your last fight, even the broadcast team at ESPN, they were kind of looking past you according to your camp. Yeah. Do you use this as just extra fire, extra motivation walking into the ring like you got nothing to lose?
No, I just use it, as like any other person uses a name. So to me, I feel like I fit in that name very well.
Do you feel like he's looking past you? Or do
I
you
don't
feel
like
hear
that.
him say that he's looking at you?
No, I don't feel like that.
You don't feel like it?
Yeah.
So what do you got to do Friday to stop one of the top in the division?
Just get in there, do my job.
That's it. Man of many words. I love it. Shu Shu, one last question for you. I know this is your backyard. We are in Shu York City. What did these weeks, what did these moments do for you? Like the big smile comes out. Really, you're living your best life right now. What is this like? Give us a little insight on the inside of Bruce Shu Shu Carrington.
Right now, I'm hungry, I'm angry, and I'm ready to fight. So that's what the inside of Bruce Shu Shu Carrington is right now. I'm just totally locked in. I'm ready to just perform again in front of Shu York City, man. I'm just ready to just show why I say the boxer that I am today.
All right, gentlemen. Thank you. Thank you so much. Moving one seat in there on either side of me. 10 rounds for the NABF and NABO junior middleweight titles. Xander Zayas, Damian Sosa. Thank you, gentlemen, for being here. Xander, we're going to start with you. Let's get into it. It's a big fight Friday night. Is there anything that Damian does that presents challenges to you that you haven't seen before?
Well, first off, I want to thank, obviously, Top Rank, my team, everybody that is doing this, ESPN, MSG. Y le quiero dar la bienvenida a Juanmita López, al equipo de Top Rank, a la familia. Muchas gracias y muchas bendiciones, mucho éxito para ti en tu carrera. Of course, there's always every opponent presents something different, and Damian Sosa is not the exception. I feel like he's gonna come in and be a Mexican warrior. I'm expecting the best Damian Sosa ever. He's gonna prepare for. I think he has prepared for this fight like he's never done before in his life, and he's coming ready to fight. He's gonna throw a lot of punches, put a lot of pressure, but I'm ready for that, man.
Let's talk about the preparation. Welcome, your third fight with Robert Garcia. How has that changed your game? Yeah, Gardy, where are you?
I'm here.
With me? Come on out, Gardy. Just stand out here with us. We're at MSG. Get some screen time.
Tu tercera pelea con Robert García como entrenador, ¿cómo se ha desarrollado esa relación?
Así es, pues agradecido con Robert, ¿no? Y con todo el gimnasio que me ha brindado pues la confianza, el apoyo para poder venir aquí, estar aquí presente a un peleador como es Xander. Yo creo que es una pelea muy buena, una pelea que representa mucho y bueno, agradecido con ellos por darme la oportunidad. Es mi tercer pelea con ellos exactamente, entonces pues bueno, creo que vengo con todas las ganas y con toda la actitud.
Thankful with Robert and the whole gym for supporting me and and giving me great advice leading up to this fight. This is going to be a great fight coming up, and I'm just thankful with Robert and the gym.
When this fight was presented, there was no hesitation. You signed, you took the fight. Why take this fight? Why now?
Te presentaron la pelea, la filmaste, ¿por qué ahora?
Así es, bueno, pues yo creo que la pelea con Xander ya se venía desde un poquito de tiempo atrás, me lo habían mencionado, solamente que por pues una derrota que tuve fue que se atrasó un poco esta pelea, pero bueno, cuando me llegó ahora, pues bueno, estoy entrenando con Robert García, entonces yo creo que no se pudo presentar en una mejor opción en mi carrera, por eso fue que tomé la decisión de aceptar esta pelea.
Fight with Xander has been talked about for a while, at one point I was about to get it, but I suffered a loss. And now I'm, it's the right moment. I'm training with Robert, 3 fights with him, and I decided to take the fight.
Xander, I want to come back over to you. You have stated that you know Sosa, you know what he's about, you know what to expect, but you got to stick to your game plan, have fun, and win. What happens when he tries to mess with that game plan?
He will not try. He will not mess with the game plan. Everybody has tried 19 fights. They just haven't been successful. I'm focused. I know what I have to do. I'm hungry to become a world champion at 154 pounds, and that is not going to change. I'm going to go in there and I'm going to perform. I'm going to be focused, locked in, and have fun like I always do.
Listen, every fight, we step up the competition. We see it. You obviously meet that competition head on. As you develop and continue to grow in this sport and more eyes on you, how has the pressure been dealing with that in your team, having your team in your corner supporting you so that all of those distractions can get put to the side and you can focus on the task at hand?
To be honest, I know where we come from. We know where we come from. We know the struggle that we had to go through as the amateur days. Some days we couldn't even fly and we had to drive to the state that the tournament was. So we knew where we come from. So at the end of the day, we never lose focus. We never lose track of where we are because everything is good now, but anything can change in a matter of a second. So we got to stay locked in. We got to stay focused. Just continue to have fun. And overall, just keep my circle closed and keep my circle with me at all times.
Damian, one last question. Gardy, help me out here. You said at one point that you were a one-trick pony, an aggressive fighter who throws a lot, but now you see yourself as a more complete fighter that can adapt and do what needs to be done. What do you need to do Friday night to stop one of the hottest prospects in the game today?
Anteriormente te describían como un peleador unidimensional, pero ahora llevas tiempo trabajando en tu juego y eres un peleador que ha desarrollado más su herramienta. ¿Qué tienes que hacer el viernes para lograr detener a uno de los peleadores más calientes en la división ahora mismo?
Así es, pues como lo mencionas, no soy un peleador que pues se ha ido progresando continuamente, entonces siento que ahorita en estos momentos, por ejemplo con Xander, es un peleador que también sabe adaptarse, ¿no? Yo me considero un peleador que sabe adaptarse a la pelea, entonces yo creo que eso lo va a hacer una pelea muy emocionante. Realmente sigo continuo todos los días, tratando de mejorar mi condición, mi técnica, mi estrategia. El boxeo no nada más es un deporte donde sales a tirar golpes, ¿no? Entonces es lo que he ido entendiendo poco a poco. Soy un peleador mexicano y creo que así fue como inicié mi carrera, siendo un peleador que tira golpes, pero bueno, gracias a Dios he logrado tocar con muy buenos entrenadores que hasta el momento de hoy en día pues ya he sabido manejar un poco eso y pues sigo aprendiendo, ¿no? Y pues contento ahorita con esta gran pelea que vamos a tener.
I have been developing for a while. I've been working on my game. Xander is a fighter that adapts very well to all fighting styles. I'm a Mexican fighter. At the beginning, all I knew how to do was throw punches. But thanks to God, I've been in touch with other good trainers that have helped me, and I have developed my abilities, and we're ready for Friday.
All right, listen, gentlemen, thank you so much. Again, there's nothing better than fight week in the greatest city in all the land. We're in the greatest theater in all the world, Madison Square Garden, the world's most famous arena. Gentlemen, thank you for spending a few minutes with us. When we come back, Christina Poncher will be sitting down with Sandy Ryan and Mikaela Mayer. There's been a lot of chatter about our main event going down Friday. Take a look at a little behind the scenes about our main event.
Listen, I've been in the ring with a lot of different styles. I can box, I can bang, I can do all that. Sandy, not so much. Doesn't have that ring experience that I do.
This girl is talked a lot of BS. This is important to shut her up and to finish her off, basically.
If Mikaela loses this fight and loses it in a convincing fashion, her career as a world-class top-line fighter would be in serious jeopardy. For Sandy Ryan, this is a chance to once again legitimize herself as pound for pound one of the best female fighters on the planet.
I'm putting my belt on the line, so I think people should tune in because they can see me silence a person that talks a lot of trash.
I am getting that belt back around my waist and becoming champion again. Hey, Sandy, thank you for finally growing some balls and accepting this fight. Bad decision for you, awesome for the fans. Can't wait to punch that filler out of your lips.
She's talking like this is a TV reality show. It's not a TV reality show. She needs to wake up. She needs to shut up. Now you've got yourself into a fight, so I'll see you September 27th and shut you all up.
This fight is absolutely going to be a war.
I agree with you there, Mikaela Mayer. At the end of that feature, it will be a war. It's going down on Friday night right here from the theater at Madison Square Garden. I'm Christina Poncher. I am joined now by the WBO welterweight world champion representing Darby, Sandy Ryan, and the challenger this week, former unified world champion Mikaela Mayer. I can feel the tension already up here. This is the first time both ladies have sat on the stage, have been this close to each other since the fight was announced. And Champ, I'm gonna start with you. We saw a picture this week of you and Mikaela back from the amateur days. Things used to be a little bit more cordial between the two of you. Your thoughts on kind of your past relationship prior to the fight being announced with Mikaela?
Is that how you do it over here? You start with the champ? I thought they start with the competitor first.
I want to give you the first
Leave
word.
the champ till last.
We'll go back and forth.
Okay. What was your question? Sorry.
That's okay. I just thought your initial thoughts on Mikaela, as I saw a picture of you guys this week that she put out, and you guys were quite friendly with each other before in the amateur days, even had some talk over social media before things became official between you guys to fight.
Yeah, we've known each other since the amateur days. I was on the Great Britain team. She's on the USA team, and we used to do training camps and spar. Yeah, so I've always respected her as a fighter, and I've always spoke that. But yeah, I don't respect her as a person now. How she's been leading up to this fight, once it got made. So yeah.
Gave the champ the first word. You're coming into this fight as the challenger, and things, like she said, used to be friendly between the two of you. You weren't really on her radar, considering she was fighting up at welterweight for a while. You were coming up from 30 and then 35, but then things got real quick between the two of you, didn't it?
Yeah, I mean, we do know each other from the amateur days. She said she respected me. Then you would think some type of, hey, Mikaela, guess what? I'm coming to train in America, your gym, with your coaches and your team. Like, aren't you excited?
Your coach.
None of that happened. Sorry. So obviously, in my mind, she knew she was doing something a little bit shady. She knew there was going to be some problems with that. And she knew I was at welterweight. It was no secret that I was at welterweight. I was slowly moving up over the year. Fought at 42, fought Tasha Jonas at 47.
But Sandy, she wasn't on your radar at the time when you came to the United States, right? You've gone on and said you've been fighting at welterweight. When you came, this is not just your first or second camp training in Las Vegas.
Yeah. The first time I came over to America was for the Jessica McCaskill fight, and Mikaela was not at 147 then. So what she's just said there, I'll let you all decide on your opinion. But there you go. I come over. Why did I never come over here to trouble Mikaela Mayer? I come over here to better my own career. You see a lot of fighters, top-end fighters, UK fighters come over to America because the training is great here, the sparring is great, the trainers are great. Like, you see fighters doing that to better their career, and that's exactly what I did.
But you knew that you were coming to my gym, and you knew that it was kind of a stepping on my toes.
Yeah, but you wasn't at 147 when I came over, so...
I was literally away fighting Natasha Jonas at 147 when
the
you
first
made
time
the
I
move.
came over.
Not the first time you came over, the second time. When you moved there, when you came over to fight.
Yeah, I came over.
When you officially
trained
came
with
there.
Flick.
You knew... Okay. 1 second.
Here she goes with her yapping.
She's going to pull some
Message
receipts.
from Sandy.
Yeah.
Secondly, sorry I didn't reach out before, but I should have spoke to you out of respect. Firstly, after asking Kay to train me, as in reality, I'm coming into your territory. So don't try and backtrack now. Just be straight up. You did what you had to do as a fighter. Just own it.
Kay,
Just own it.
Because Kate...
Own it.
Because Kate and Flick, they're brothers.
They're a team, yes. That's what I've been saying this
Has
whole
Flick
time.
ever been in your corner? Excuse me? Has Flick ever been in your corner?
No, it's not
Have
about
you ever paid the
Flick.
guy?
You're not here for Flick. You didn't come all the way from the UK for T-shirt boy Flick. Flick's never fucking coached a day in his life. He's never even put on the gloves. You came for Kay.
Hey, what did we do in my last fight? With Flick in my corner.
And Coach Kay in your corner. We all saw it.
He wasn't in my
Sandy.
corner. He wasn't even on the canvas.
He was warming you up in the freaking dressing room. We all saw this. Just own it. Own it. Thank you. Tell her to own it.
Next question.
When Mikaela did come on your radar, you're the champion. You kind of have your choice as to who you want to fight unless it's a mandatory type situation. I know the first time this fight came around maybe wasn't of interest to you. What made this like, okay, yeah, let's do this now. Let's come to New York City. I'll fight Mikaela. What changed your mind?
Because the offer was better, and you know me, I've said yes to every fight in my career. So, and I've been over here once before, and I'm doing it again. So I'm not shy to it, and I'm up for challenges, and I'm ready to go. Yeah.
And for you, Mikaela, I know you kind of circled there, then thought maybe you would be able to run back the Natasha Jonas rematch, and then Chantel Cameron's name came around. When you got the call back that it was going to be this fight, she accepted the terms. As she said, she hasn't ducked anybody in her career. I'm sure that you were more than excited for the opportunity not only to fight back here in the States, but to actually get to challenge for a world title again.
Yeah, I held off for a while, hoping for that rematch with Jonas. She was on board for it, but Boxer couldn't secure that date. So I tried holding out, didn't work. So obviously I called my manager and I said, all right, let's go after the other champs, send Sandy an offer. They turned down the first offer, no counter offer, no nothing. So I honestly didn't expect for this to happen. But thanks to Top Rank, they pulled everything together and did what they do best, and we got this fight made. So. And exactly the fight that I wanted, the fight that I've wanted, and the fight that I made, because this fight would not be happening if I would have just stayed under the same banner. We all train under the same gym. Oh, you're with Flick, I'm with Kay, even though they're all a team, we're all doing things together. I knew that wasn't going to work. And I knew that this was a fight that I wanted to make happen, and I had to leave in order to make this fight happen. So ultimately, I got what I wanted. It all worked out for the best.
And what you wanted was a new voice in the corner. Enter Kofi Chantua. How much of an influence has he been on you in just a short amount of time? You work with champions, especially at this point in the career, and they're going to make huge differences. At least that's what a lot of people say in one fight camp. But really, you do feel like he's improved you, and you've learned new things even at this point that you didn't have before.
Yeah, this was all really a blessing in disguise. Like I should thank Sandy, honestly, because I had to reroute everything. And I feel like I'm in a better position for it. I have Kofi Chantua in my corner, who I'm extremely happy with. And you say you can't learn so much at this stage in your career, but that's not true for me. I always feel like I'm growing and getting better. And we put in some good months together, so I'm excited to go out there and just show that, but also show that, like, I'm still coming off one of the best fights of my career against Tasha Jonas. Like, I'm not going anywhere. I'm literally in my prime and getting better and better every day. So that's when I want to go out there and show on Friday night, and I want you to see the best version of Mikaela Mayer you've ever seen.
And for you, champ, I mean, getting better and better is all you've been able to do under the tutelage of Flick and training out here in Las Vegas. You talked about the heat, you talked about the sparring, you talked about leveling up, becoming a world champion, and adding his voice to your corner. Getting that stoppage in that last fight against Terry Harper was quite impressive. How much do you feel like he's made you better and you've been able to level up since having that voice in your corner and being in Las Vegas and kind of getting out of your comfort zone alone, away from family, away from friends, making that ultimate sacrifice?
Yeah, exactly that. I feel great. Me and Flick, we gel, we click. You'll see it on camera. And I'm really happy. We've had a great camp. I feel great. Yeah. I'm good. And still.
And just to make everything clear, Koroma is or is not working your corner on fight night?
No, he's not in my corner.
Okay, so we have that part settled.
Came down to it, and where is he? Exactly. You should feel stupid.
I don't know. Give him a call. I don't know where he is.
That's sad. Sad. You moved all the way out here, now you don't even know where he is.
My trainer's right there. My G!
Sandy, at this point in your career against Mikaela Mayer, obviously not the result you wanted last time you were here in the United States in a fight that a lot of people watching really know what happened. You have an opportunity to kind of right that wrong here in the States. Kind of similar cards have been dealt to her in her last couple of fights over in the UK. And you were fair in saying you thought that she won the last fight against Natasha Jonas. So with your opportunity here, what needs to happen skill-wise? I mean, we know the drama and everything like that. But all the drama, everything trainer said, you're two badass women. You're two great fighters. And technically speaking, you expect this to be a really come forward, exciting fight between two skilled fighters.
Exactly that. Cut all the BS talk. There's two great women fighters up here fighting, headlining at Madison Square Garden. And it don't get much bigger than that for women's boxing. So I'm excited to come and perform for you all and get a decision this time in America, and I'll make sure of that because I know what I've got to do.
Yeah, you said that you have to kind of fight with the aggression and make it very clear from the opening bell so that there's no doubt in any of the judges' minds that you should walk out of here still the champion, from really pillar to post for as long as it lasts.
Yeah, of course. Look, I'm confident in whatever way or however way the fight goes, whether she wants to fight, whether she wants to box. I believe I'm better in both departments, so we'll see fight night.
And for you, Mikaela, I mean, stylistically-wise, similar height, similar reach. This is your second fight officially at 47. You fought Jonas at 47. You made your way up from 35. You did have a fight at a catch weight at 142. So it's been a gradual move for you. It's not like you're coming in here being shocked any first time against a true 47-pounder. Skills-wise, what should the fans expect to see between the two of you? Because I know at the end of the day, you still respect her ability as a fighter in the ring and what she brings, her amateur pedigree, etc.
Yeah, I don't chase down fighters that I think suck. That's never been me. I've always been the type of fighter that goes after the best, challenges myself, and wants to put on the fights that fans want to see. So I obviously respect her in that regard. But I'm glad she feels like she's better and she's going to win. Like, that's what's going to make for a good fight. But I know I'm better in every area of the ring. I have more experience. And this is my fight. This is my fight 100%. So I'm going to go in there and do everything that we've been working on. And I'm fully confident. And tune in, because if you know both me and Sandy's style, we do both have a tendency to go forward. Like, we're not going to be running in circles around the ring. So you're going to get us going forward at some point in this fight, and it's going to be exciting for sure.
Is this a must-win fight for Mikaela Mayer at this point in your career?
Every fight is a must-win fight for me. And, I'm not going to let boxing, this narrative that boxing has come up with that, oh, you caught a loss or two and, you're out of here, we want to shun you. Why would you want to shun someone like me? I've done nothing but go out and make the biggest and best fights possible for the fans. I've never got my ass kicked. I've never been whooped, not even for a single round. Those are the type... boxing needs more people like me. to keep going out there and keep challenging yourself and putting fights on that everyone is excited about seeing. So I'm not going anywhere. I'll hang up the gloves when I decide to hang up the gloves, regardless of any decision or anything. And that's what the fans and that's what boxing should push to continue and push for. And that's the type of fighters that we should want in this sport. So I'm still in my prime. I'm fighting for the next 3-4 years at least, and gonna do everything I can before I hang up the gloves, and that'll be my decision.
All right, any final words regarding this matchup? We still have the weigh-ins tomorrow, of course, but anything else that you'd like to see?
Just tune in. I mean, me and Sandy, we're the top of our game right now. Women's boxing is at the top of its game right now. This fight, you're gonna have two very highly skilled female boxers, like you said, amateur pedigree, professional experience. It's great for the sport. Once again, the women are doing their thing, putting on the fights that everyone wants to see. So, kudos to everyone who helped get this fight done, and just don't miss it.
Champ, I started with you, and I will end with you. I'll give you the final word here. Just your final thoughts on the matchup and why everybody should make sure they're either at the theater at Madison Square Garden on Friday night or tuning in on ESPN or Sky Sports.
Yeah, exactly what she's just said. It's a great fight, both at the top of our game, and it's definitely going to be an exciting fight because I'm coming for war.
All right, that it will be. Thank you, ladies, for joining me on this stage. I appreciate it. Sandy Ryan, the champ, Mikaela Mayer, the challenger, are going to face off for the first time this fight week. We will see you tomorrow live for the weigh-ins right here from the theater at Madison Square Garden at noon Eastern. You won't want to miss it. For Mark Chinook and our entire crew, I'm Christina Poncher. Thank you for joining us. Stay tuned for this face-off, and we'll see you tomorrow.
Let's go, please. And still, the real 147. Yeah. Too late now. I know what they're talking about. Let's go, baby. Early swing. Keep it cool, man. Keep it cool.
Mike, you good?
Yeah. This is your Friday. This is your Friday.
You go, Mikey? All right, ladies. Please. Please. All right.
Trashy woman.
Every fight means everything to me, but obviously there's certain fights that are a little bit more important.
I need a little more speed. Up your tempo. Let me see it. Keep working. Nice.
Before I thought, oh, if I don't win this fight, that's the end of it for me. But everyone knows I'm still and always will be a threat in boxing, belt or no belt.
From the sun-kissed streets of the City of Angels, Mikaela Mayer.
She is gone to another level already inside this ring.
Because I'm still a valuable fight for anybody at this stage of my career, I was able to get the world title shot against Sandy Ryan.
Brilliant work from Sandy Ryan. Tremendous shot to the body. And who knows where she might be going from here.
I don't chase fights against fighters that aren't good. I respect her as a fighter, but not as a person, the decisions she makes.
Mikaela Mayer and Sandy Ryan have a serious beef. The way Mikaela sees it, Sandy's still her coach, Koroma.
Did you steal her trainer?
No.
She's probably going to sleep thinking about me and thinking, I have a change on my whole team.
Coach K had been by Mikaela's side since her amateur days, and for Mikaela to have a betrayal in trust of a relationship that's lasted over a decade really, I think, cut her deep.
Coach K told me, listen, I'm bringing in Sandy. I'm like, I want to fight Sandy. She has a WBO. My team should be helping me navigate my way back to a belt, not navigating around me and training my competition.
I never been scared of the lights and the fame. Come on, go. I do it for me and I do it again.
For Sandy Ryan, in her mind, she did nothing wrong, and Mikaela's going after her character.
She's just carrying on, building this thing in her own head. She was just never in my radar, but it is easier to fight someone when you don't like them.
Only the brave. Yeah. Only the brave.
Fortunately for boxing fans, Mikaela and Sandy are going to settle it like two female gladiators in the ring.
I'm gonna let my hands go. Sandy Ryan, you're gonna get an action-packed fight.
Mikaela Mayer, stop all this BS talking, and I'll see you September 27th.